From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Gas prices in Michigan were down an average of 13 cents a gallon from last week and continued to drop as the price of oil also fell. Motorists were paying $3.49 a gallon, 3 cents less than a month ago and 53 cents less than a year ago. Adrienne Woodland, a spokeswoman for AAA Auto Club, said, "As we enter the month of May, Michigan motorists are seeing the lowest gas prices of the past 4 weeks. If oil prices continue to decline, pump prices will likely follow suit." Motorists are paying an average of $52 for a full 15-gallon tank of gasoline. Demand for gas has increased, but total domestic gasoline stocks decreased by 2.4 million barrels. While higher demand usually pushes pump prices up, oil prices have driven them much lower.
This is Todd Spangler, Washington correspondent for the Detroit Free Press. It's been nearly 4 months since U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow of Michigan said she would not run for a 5th 6-year term next year. Democrats have a marquee name who is running to replace her, Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin of Lansing. But no big-name Republican has stepped up as yet. Oakland County businessman Kevin Rinke is considering a run, as is former Detroit Police Chief James Craig. Both ran for governor last year in bids that came up short. But either would be a bigger name than anyone in the GOP field so far. Then there is former Congressman Peter Meijer, of the grocery store family. He lost a bid for re-election last year, largely because he voted in 2021 to impeach former President Donald Trump. Meijer could be a strong general election candidate. But if he does get in, he could have a tough time in the Republican primary because of that vote against Trump. Meanwhile, there are some lesser-known candidates who have filed in both parties. But beating Slotkin in a primary or a general election next year will not be easy. During 3 tough House battles so far, she has proven to be a strong candidate who can also raise lots of cash for any of her campaigns.
I'm Adrienne Roberts reporting for the Detroit Free Press. It's time to start making summer travel plans. And this year, there's more options than ever before for travelers to Michigan looking to consume marijuana on vacation, from cannabis music festivals to consumption lounges and cannabis-friendly lodging. Now, the cannabis travel industry is still in its early days. There are no Pure Michigan, which is the state of Michigan's tourism campaign, commercials advertising cannabis tourism in the state. But 2 popular towns for tourists, Detroit and Traverse City, began recreational cannabis sales this year. And there's also 2 consumption lounges where it is legal to consume marijuana in the state. One is Hotbox Social in Hazel Park, and the other is Kalkushka Lounge in downtown Kalkaska. Cannabis consumption is also allowed at licensed events. For example, Cannabash, which will be on July 8th in Muskegon, will feature marijuana vendors, food trucks, on-site cannabis consumption, and live music.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, previewing a huge week for the Tigers at Comerica Park, but it doesn't have that much to do with the home team. The New York Mets are in town for a series beginning tonight and continuing through Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. And the 2 games on Wednesday and Thursday are of significant note. On Wednesday, former Tigers ace Max Scherzer makes his return to Comerica Park to take on the Tigers. And then on Thursday, Scherzer's old/new teammate, Justin Verlander, makes his season debut for his new team in New York, right here in Detroit. Now, between those 2 and, of course, Miguel Cabrera in his final season with the Tigers, it's a bit of a reunion for the team about a decade ago and the 3 best players on it. Oh, how the tides have turned since Scherzer and then Verlander moved on. They have both won World Series and Cy Youngs in other uniforms. Meanwhile, Cabrera and the Tigers seemingly playing out the string. We'll see how things go this week, beginning tonight at Comerica Park.
For more from the Detroit Free Press, visit freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.